from destruction, Allah Ta'ala sent the Anbiya Kiram. All of the prophets that came, they came to the people to explain to them that you're in a misconception, you're deceived, this whole mentality is wrong, it's flawed, you're delusional, you've got it all wrong. Success is not linked to your acquisition, to your means. Success, Allah Ta'ala has linked to two things. One is conviction of the heart, correct conviction of the heart. And the other is because of the correct conviction of the heart, the actions coming out of the body will be correct. Upon these two things, when a person has correct conviction in his heart, he believes in Allah, he loves Allah, he fears Allah, he recognizes Allah, then the actions coming out of his body will be correct. And because his actions will be correct, Allah Ta'ala will be pleased with him. And because Allah Ta'ala will be pleased with him, Allah Ta'ala is all powerful, almighty, all doing, all seeing, all hearing, all knowing. And success is only in the hands of Allah. So because Allah Ta'ala will be pleased with that person, Allah Ta'ala will make that person successful. And if a person's conviction of the heart is not correct, then the actions coming out of the body will be wrong. Hazrat Maulana Umar Parampuri Sahib Rahmatullah used to give a beautiful example. Striking a match is an action. Striking a match is an action. If a person's yaqeen in his heart is correct, if he has yaqeen on the akhirat, strength in Allah, in the Zat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knows that I have to answer to Allah, I'm answerable to Allah, I have to stand in front of Allah on the day of judgment, Allah Ta'ala is all seeing, Allah Ta'ala is seeing what I'm doing. If he has that conviction in his heart, then this simple action which his hand will perform, with this action he will light stoves, and he will cook food, and he will feed hundreds of people, and he will take away their hunger, and he will help the poor and the orphans and the widows. One action. But because the heart is correct, the action coming out is correct. That same action with a person whose heart is corrupt, who is thinking that there's no one watching over me, I can do what I want, there's no accountability. After I die, it's just a black hole. You just go to sleep, there's nothing, there's no afterlife. In hiya illa hayatun dunya namutu wa nahya wa ma yuhlikuna illa ad-dahr. It's just this life, you live, you die, and when you die it's just old age, father time that kills you. That's what people said in the past. That's what people say now. It's all coincidental, you're gonna die. But no, there is an Allah. But the person, he forgets, he doesn't have that conviction in his heart that there is an Allah, I have to stand in front of Allah. So he will perform the same action. But because he has no fear of accountability, no fear of his Lord, he'll use that same action to torch a building, a warehouse. He's an arsonist. Now he's torched the whole building, he's watching the bonfire, he's dancing. And just as that person, through the same action, lighting a match, he brought smiles to thousands of faces, this person, in the wake of his devastation, he's left hundreds, thousands of people crying. People have lost their jobs, people have lost their livelihood. Same action. Another example. With the hand, a person has a correct iman in his heart, fear of Allah, love of Allah, fear of accountability, knowing that I have to die and go into my qabr, and every action is going to come with me. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. Everything of the world that I have with me, my mobile phone, my glasses, my house, my car, my acquisition, my bank balance, from all of those things, I'm not going to take a single thing with me. The kafan that will be bought will have been bought from Qazi's shop the day before. It's not even my own. The masjid will give it to me. Why? Just to hide my satar. Nothing from the things that I own will go with me. But nothing from the things that I have done will I leave behind.